Good, happy Wednesday evening, December 29, 2021. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Wednesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, Maxwell convicted in Jeffrey Epstein sex abuse case. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
New Hampshire Chronicle, now in its 20th season. Watch new episodes weeknights at 7 on WMUR.
Okay, and there you go. New Hampshire AG releases potential list of officers with possible credibility issues. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Super fun. Tom, it's become known as Lori List, and it tracks current or former police officers whose credibility might be questioned during trial because of previous conduct. Prosecutors have to share that information with defendants before trial, but public access had been limited to redacted versions of the list. Media outlets and the ACLU sued to get access to it in 2018, and a new state law requires the New Hampshire Attorney General's office to gradually release the list. The first group of 80 names was made public today, along with the reason for the alleged wrongdoing. Nearly two-thirds of those people were listed because of truthfulness. Other reasons on the list included criminal conduct and smaller numbers for excessive force, falsifying records, and dereliction of duty. The officers come from 52 departments, but the AG's office notes that some of them may no longer be employed by the agencies or may have died. The AG's office says there are more than 20 people not on the list who are contesting the release of their names. If you'd like to read that list, we will have it posted online and on our mobile app. Another group of names is expected to be released in the coming months. Reporting live, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. 15 more die of COVID-19 in New Hampshire as cases rise. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Well, tonight, active cases of COVID-19 growing by nearly 1,000 in New Hampshire. Good evening, I'm Monica Hernandez.
And I'm Tom Griffith. There are now more than 8,100 current infections. Today, the state announced 1,500 new cases, most from yesterday. But there are some from a backlog. Another 15 deaths are related to COVID-19. But current hospitalizations are down again tonight to 386.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. 3 FEMA molecular antibody teams set to arrive in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Let the gathering begin. First, sparkling wine, then sparkling wine.
Breaking this noon, the federal government is sending 3 monoclonal antibody teams to New Hampshire early next week. According to the governor's office, the FEMA teams will go to Elliott Hospital, Concord Hospital, and Alice Peck Day Memorial Hospital to help administer the COVID-19 treatment to patients. Last week, the governor asked the White House for these teams to help alleviate the pressure COVID-19 is having on the state's healthcare system.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. More than 600 new nursing licenses issued in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Also today, the state now has hundreds more licensed nurses to help in hospitals. The Office of Professional Licensure and Certification says between December 1st and the 20th, 658 healthcare workers were given a license to practice. The governor says an executive order helped fast-track the process to break down barricades and get more staff in the state's healthcare system. The governor is expecting the COVID surge to continue into the new year.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Home of Sandwich Police Chief destroyed in fire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Sandwich Police Chief Sean Varney is expressing sadness for what's lost and appreciation for what he's received, all within the last 24 hours. His family home, garage, and a car all burned in a fire last night on Shirley Way in Tuftonboro. News 9 spoke with Chief Varney on the phone today. He says all the people in his family are safe as no one was home when the fire started, but the family dog perished and 2 cats are missing. The state fire marshal's office says there are no criminal indicators and they suspect the fire was accidental. Chief Varney says he's thankful his family is okay, but they're deeply saddened by the dog's death. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help the family and has already raised over $35,000. Chief Varney says he appreciates the community support and can't thank them enough. He's overwhelmed by the generous offers his family is receiving, and they do have a place to stay right now. A link for the GoFundMe page for the Varney family can be found at WMUR.com. In Tuftonboro, Jessica Moran, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening and see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye.